To tonight's original now with in-depth reporting on a topic we've been watching. And this evening, it is memes. You know memes, they're everywhere online, right? Meme humor, maybe it's your humor, especially if you are a member of the internet generation. You're looking at like Doge, these inside jokes that millions of people are in on, and sometimes millions of people are not. But what happens when extremist groups use their own memes to kind of signal to each other to try and get around moderators on some of these platforms? And what happens when there are potentially deadly consequences? Ken Delanian has our meme culture story.
The patch worn by the mass shooter who took 8 lives at a Texas mall last week meant nothing to most people. But the acronym RWDS, for Right Wing Death Squad, has for years been a popular meme in far-right circles. It's the latest example of how experts say violent extremists are using memes to fuel radicalization.
It's like grassroots organizing, and that you feel like you're really involved, but it's also at scale, and that's what a meme can do. And they spread like wildfire.
The U.S. National Counterterrorism Center recently warned in an intelligence bulletin that memes are full of coded language that makes it harder for social media platforms to flag them as extremist content.
The intent is to hide these provocative and extremist messaging under a veil of irony to avert detection.
Memes have been a feature of hate-motivated violence for years. The man sentenced to life in prison for killing 10 people at a Buffalo supermarket last year plastered his gun with racist slogans. In the winter of 2020, Aaron Swenson posted these crude anti-police memes on Facebook. A few months later, Swenson, a self-described member of the far-right extremist group, the Boogaloo Boys, started a Facebook live stream capturing what he said was a mission to hunt and kill a police officer. Prosecutors say this is the moment he tried to ambush a Texas patrolman. He ultimately was sentenced to more than 50 years in prison for attempted murder.
We can see how these things that appear innocuous as phony sequel jokes, as meme cartoons, they can really rapidly and dangerously convert into real-world violence.
After both Facebook and Twitter cracked down on extremist users following the January 6th attack, experts say many groups have flocked to more loosely moderated platforms such as Gab, Telegram, and Discord, where Airman Jack Teixeira is accused of posting classified documents.
I think these gaming sites have really come into the fore in public notice as a way for people to be radicalized and then organized, unfortunately.
But law enforcement faces the twin challenges of anonymity and free speech protections. A lot of extremist content is posted under pseudonyms, and the FBI has been reluctant to monitor public social media posts by Americans.
I don't think we've taken this homegrown extremism seriously enough, and we've been very hesitant. And of course, we need to protect the First Amendment, respect the First Amendment, but we also have to take extremism seriously.
Ken Delanian is joining us now. It's a fascinating piece, Ken, and I want to just sort of say this, right? Like, memes are not slogans, right? There are some things are not memes, some things are, but sometimes like slogans or acronyms can come from memes, right? I mean, this is all tangled up in this idea of like the dark corners of internet culture and how it comes through in some of these examples that you've laid out.
That's right. It's often a slogan and a photo or a piece of artwork. And, you know, this is a really tough problem that both the social media companies and the government are grappling with. And experts I've talked to say both need to do more. The social media companies need to do more moderation, but the FBI needs to lean forward, they say, a little harder in looking at things that are public. This most recent shooter in Texas posted a roadmap on a Russian social media site that included memes, but also photos of his weapons and very disturbing posts showing a fascination with mass shooting. Any law enforcement officer who saw that would have wanted to go visit that person, but no one saw it because no one was looking.
Right. There's also this, not that example specifically, but this issue more broadly speaks to this underlying tension that sometimes comes up of like, well, free speech, right? Can a person post a meme if they want to?
That's right. And the FBI is saying we don't want to look at public social media, even though they're probably legally entitled to do that. They don't want to chill speech. The issue with memes is where does it cross the line into hate speech, where Facebook and other platforms would say you can't post that.
Ken Delanian, fascinating. Thank you so much for that reporting and for tonight's original. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app. Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.